The moment you imagine a better future, the moment a dream takes shape in your mind, it becomes possible. It's not just an idea, it's a reality waiting for you to step into it. But the biggest mistake most people make is thinking their dreams are somewhere far away, something they have to chase, something that might or might not happen depending on luck, timing, or external circumstances. That's the illusion. Your dreams are not outside of you, they are already within you, waiting for you to align with them. Everything you desire exists as a possibility in the quantum field. The version of you who has already achieved it, the one who wakes up every day living that reality, is not just a fantasy, it's a real potential that you can step into. The only thing separating you from that future is your ability to believe in it, feel it, and embody it before it fully manifests in your physical world. Most people get stuck because they define their future by their past. They let past failures, disappointments, and limitations shape what they think is possible. But if you continue to think from the same identity, the same emotions, the same patterns that have kept you where you are, you'll keep creating the same results. Nothing changes until you change. And that's the shift, understanding that your external reality is simply a reflection of your internal state. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, as someone who is always waiting for a break, as someone who is unsure if they will ever make it, then life will continue to reflect that back to you. But the moment you shift your identity, the moment you wake up and start seeing yourself as the person who already has what you desire, the world begins to rearrange itself in your favor. This is not wishful thinking, it's neuroscience. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a memory and a vividly imagined future. If you keep replaying your past, you reinforce those neural pathways, making it harder to change. But if you start thinking and feeling as if your dream is already happening, you activate new circuits in your brain, you begin to rewire your subconscious to seek opportunities, attract the right people, and make decisions that align with that vision. The key is to stop waiting for proof. Most people say, I'll believe it when I see it. But that's not how transformation works. You have to believe it before you see it. You have to feel the excitement, the gratitude, the confidence of already living your dream now, even before it manifests. Because when you do, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe and to your own mind that this is your new reality. And when your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with that new reality, the external world must follow. But here's where most people go wrong. They let their senses dictate their belief. They look at their bank account, their circumstances, their current job, and they say, this is my reality. This is just how things are. And because they accept it as truth, they keep repeating the same experience over and over. They stay stuck in a loop, reinforcing the very thing they wish to escape. You have to break that cycle. You have to start thinking greater than your environment. You have to wake up every day and see beyond what's in front of you. Feel the emotions of success before it happens. Act as if it's already done. Because when you do that, you begin to shift on a subconscious level. And once your mind is convinced, once your body starts believing in that new reality, you become magnetized to it. Your dream isn't a fantasy. It's a future waiting for you to step into it, but it won't come to you if you keep thinking like the person who doesn't have it. You have to embody it now with certainty, with gratitude, with an unshakable belief that it is already yours. And when you do, life has no choice but to meet you at that level. Everything you experience in life is a reflection of your thoughts. The way you think, the emotions you allow yourself to feel, and the beliefs you hold onto shape your reality in ways most people don't even realize. The world isn't happening to you, it's responding to you. And if you want a different life, you must first create a different mind. Your thoughts are powerful. They are not just fleeting ideas. They are electrical impulses that create biochemical reactions in your body, influencing how you feel, how you act, and ultimately what you attract. Every thought you think sends a signal into the quantum field, and every emotion you feel sends a magnetic charge that draws experiences back to you. When you keep thinking the same way, feeling the same emotions, and making the same choices, you reinforce your current reality. You unknowingly keep yourself stuck. Most people wake up every morning and immediately begin recreating yesterday. They think about their problems, they remember their struggles, they feel the emotions of stress, doubt, or fear, and without realizing it, they are conditioning their body to live in the past. The mind doesn't know the difference between something that's actually happening and something you're simply reliving in your head. So if you keep thinking about what's wrong, if you keep feeling powerless, if you keep focusing on what's missing, then you are training your brain and body to stay in that state. And as a result, you continue to experience the same struggles, the same obstacles, the same limitations. But the moment you decide to think greater than your environment, the moment you choose to break the cycle and introduce new thoughts, new emotions, and new beliefs, you begin to change your reality. Instead of waking up and replaying old struggles, you wake up and focus on new possibilities. Instead of feeling stuck, you feel excited. Instead of doubting, you expect. And that shift, no matter how small at first, is the beginning of transformation. This isn't just a theory, it's a science. Your brain is constantly being shaped by your thoughts. When you consistently focus on a vision of your future rather than the memories of your past, your neurons begin firing in new ways. You start building new pathways, rewiring yourself to think, feel, and act as if your dreams are already happening. And the more you repeat this, the more natural it becomes. Your brain begins to recognize this future as your new reality, and suddenly you find yourself making choices, taking actions, and attracting experiences that align with it. The mistake most people make is that they wait for external proof before they believe in a new reality. They say, I'll be happy when I get the job, I'll feel successful when I see the money, I'll be confident when things finally change. But that's not how creation works. You don't wait for evidence, you create the evidence by believing in it before it exists. When you feel successful now, when you act as if you already have what you desire, you send a signal to the universe that this is your new state of being. And reality has no choice but to catch up. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't wait for proof before believing in themselves. They believed first. They saw the vision so clearly in their minds that it became undeniable. And because they thought it, they felt it. And because they felt it, they acted on it. And because they acted on it, the reality shifted. You must do the same. You must begin each day by choosing your thoughts intentionally. Stop allowing your environment to dictate how you feel. Instead, decide how you want to feel and align your thoughts with that emotion. Feel the excitement of your dream as if it's already happening. Feel the gratitude as if it's already yours. Because the moment you do, you are no longer just wishing, you are creating. Your future is not something you wait for, it's something you train your mind to step into. And when you master your thoughts, you master your reality. The greatest shift you will ever make is realizing that your dream is not something outside of you, it is something you must become. Success isn't about waiting for the right moment or hoping circumstances change. It's about aligning your identity with the reality you want to create. Who you are determines what you attract, what you allow, and what you experience. Most people think their dreams are destinations, something they will reach someday. But the truth is, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. If you see yourself as someone struggling, someone waiting, someone hoping but not certain, life will reflect that uncertainty back to you. If you see yourself as someone who is already successful, already worthy, already living that dream, you will start acting accordingly. And when your actions align with that belief, opportunities will unfold in ways you never imagined. It all comes down to identity. Your identity is the foundation of everything you do. It influences your habits, your decisions, your confidence, and even the way people perceive you. If you want to change your life, you must first change how you see yourself. You must step into the version of you who already has what you desire. Think about the person you want to be. How do they wake up in the morning? What kind of energy do they bring into a room? How do they talk? How do they carry themselves? What kind of decisions do they make? You cannot wait to become that person after success arrives. You must embody them now. The moment you do, the world begins responding differently to you. Most people stay stuck because they are waiting for external proof before they change internally. They say, I'll be confident once I'm successful. I'll believe in myself once I see results. But it doesn't work that way. You have to believe first, act first, shift first. The outer world will always be a reflection of your inner world. If you wait for proof, you will be waiting forever. But if you become that version of yourself now, reality has no choice but to match it. This is why people who truly succeed don't just work on their goals, they work on themselves. They change their habits, their mindset, their energy, and their behaviors long before the results show up. They train their mind and body to become the person who is worthy of their dream. And when they do, success is no longer a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Your brain is constantly shaping your reality based on who you believe you are. If you say, I am not disciplined, you will act in ways that prove it true. If you say, I am someone who follows through, your actions will align with that identity. This is why you must be intentional about the story you tell yourself. Stop defining yourself based on your past. Start defining yourself based on your future. The key is repetition. The more you think, feel, and act like your future self, the more natural it becomes. At first, it may feel unfamiliar because you're breaking old patterns, but the brain is neuroplastic. It changes based on what you repeatedly focus on. When you consistently show up as your highest self, your identity shifts. And once your identity shifts, everything else follows. You are not separate from your dream. You are either becoming it or you are resisting it. The moment you choose to step into the version of yourself who already has it, your reality begins to shift. Success is not about luck or talent, it's about alignment. And when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the person you are meant to be, your dream stops being a possibility and starts becoming your reality. Most people don't realize that their current reality is not fixed. It is simply a reflection of their past thoughts, emotions, and actions. Yet, they continue to live as if what they see today is the ultimate truth, allowing their external circumstances to dictate their internal state. They look at their struggles, their limitations, their failures, and they assume that this is just how life is. But here's the truth. Your current reality is only a result of who you were, not who you have to be. The moment you shift your mindset, the moment you stop letting your present circumstances define you, everything begins to change. The mistake most people make is that they react to life instead of creating it. They wake up every day and let their environment determine how they feel. If their bank account is low, they feel scarcity. If they don't see progress, they feel doubt. If things aren't happening fast enough, they feel frustration. And without realizing it, they are reinforcing the very conditions they wish to escape. Because the more they focus on what's missing, what's lacking, what's not working, the more they stay stuck in that same cycle. But the people who transform their lives are the ones who think beyond their environment. They refuse to let their current reality define their future. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, they focus on what's possible. Instead of feeling discouraged by what they don't have, they feel gratitude for what's on the way. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, they see them as stepping stones. They understand that if they want to change their life, they must first change their perception. The key is learning to detach from the illusion of limitation. Just because you don't see something yet doesn't mean it's not already in motion. Most people get discouraged because they expect instant results. They do the work for a few days, a few weeks, and when they don't see a massive shift, they assume it's not working. But change is happening beneath the surface, even when you can't see it. Just like a seed planted in the ground, growth is invisible at first. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. The moment you doubt, the moment you give up, you stop the process before it fully manifests. This is why patience and belief are so crucial. You must be willing to hold the vision even when your current reality doesn't reflect it yet. You must be able to wake up every day and feel the excitement of your future even when the present still looks the same. Because the second you allow doubt to creep in, the second you start believing in your limitations more than your potential, you slow down the very thing you're trying to create. Your environment will always try to pull you back to what's familiar. Your mind will try to convince you that what you see now is all there is. But if you buy into that illusion, you will keep creating the same results. You must break the habit of letting your current circumstances dictate what you believe is possible. Instead, you must start thinking as if your dream is already unfolding, as if success is already inevitable. And when you do, something remarkable happens. You start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right situations. Not because you're lucky, but because your energy has shifted. You are no longer operating from a place of lack or doubt. You are operating from a place of certainty. And certainty is magnetic. The world responds to those who move with conviction. This is why the most successful people don't let setbacks break them. They don't get discouraged by temporary obstacles because they know their current situation is just that, temporary. They trust the process, they stay focused on their vision, and because of that, they eventually become the person who deserves the success they desire. Your life is not determined by your current reality. It is determined by what you choose to believe despite your current reality. The moment you stop letting what you see control you, the moment you start acting in alignment with where you're going instead of where you've been, your entire world will begin to shift. What once felt impossible will suddenly become inevitable. Most people believe they need proof before they can trust that something is real. They want to see results before they commit. They want guarantees before they take action. And they wait for something external to confirm that their dream is possible. But that's not how transformation works. You don't wait for evidence. You create it. You don't wait to feel successful after you achieve your dream. You feel it before. And that feeling is what brings it to life. Your mind and body don't know the difference between an experience that is real and one that is vividly imagined. When you allow yourself to feel the emotions of success, of confidence, of gratitude, before your dream has physically manifested, you are sending a powerful signal to your subconscious. You are training your brain and body to believe that this new reality is already happening. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. You start making decisions, taking actions, and seeing opportunities that align with your vision. But most people do the opposite. They let their external world control how they feel. If they don't see progress, they feel frustrated. If they face rejection, they feel discouraged. If things don't happen quickly, they assume their dream isn't meant for them. And because they stay stuck in those emotions, they continue to create the same experiences over and over again. They are waiting for life to change before they change how they feel. But that's why they stay in the same cycle. You have to feel it before you see it. You have to wake up every day and embody the emotions of your future self, the version of you who has already made it. How would they feel? How would they walk into a room? How would they speak? How would they handle challenges? The more you step into that energy now, the more you attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities that match it. This is not just a mindset shift, it's a biological shift. When you feel gratitude, excitement, and confidence, your brain releases chemicals that reinforce those emotions. Your body begins to recognize these feelings as familiar, and soon they become your default state. Instead of living in stress and fear, you start operating from a place of certainty and possibility. And when you do, you naturally take bolder actions, make better decisions, and stay committed even in the face of challenges. The problem is, most people think their emotions are reactions to their circumstances. They believe they will feel successful once they achieve their goal. They believe they will feel confident once they prove themselves, but that's backward. If you wait for external validation before you allow yourself to feel worthy, you will always be chasing. True transformation happens when you decide to feel it first. When you no longer need the external world to give you permission to believe in yourself. Think about the most successful people. They didn't wait for evidence before they believed in their vision. They felt it so deeply, so completely, that success became inevitable. They lived as if their dream was already happening, and because of that, they took actions that made it a reality. They weren't hoping, they knew. And because they knew, the world responded. You must do the same. You must stop looking at your current reality for proof and start generating the proof internally. Feel the excitement of your dream now. Feel the gratitude as if it's already yours. Feel the confidence as if you've already arrived. Because the moment you do, you are no longer just wishing, you are creating. Your dream is not something that will come to you one day. It is something that is already happening within you. The more you embody it, the more real it becomes. And once you master the ability to feel it before you see it, life has no choice but to align with what you already know to be true. The final and most powerful shift you must make is to let go of resistance and trust the process. Most people don't realize that their own doubt, impatience, and fear are the very things blocking their success. They work hard, they take action, but deep down they are still questioning, will this really happen for me? And that very question creates resistance. It sends a signal of uncertainty, and uncertainty delays the very outcome they desire. When you truly understand how reality works, you stop forcing things to happen and start allowing them. You realize that the energy you bring into any situation determines the outcome. If you are constantly worrying, constantly doubting, constantly needing to control every step, you are actually signaling that you don't trust your vision. And if you don't trust it, why should the universe? Why should life respond with opportunities if deep down you don't fully believe? The people who make their dreams happen move with certainty. They don't question whether their success is coming. They know it's coming. They don't chase, they attract. They don't stress over every little detail. They align themselves with their vision and trust that the right steps will reveal themselves at the right time. This doesn't mean they don't take action. It means their action comes from a place of trust, not fear. Think about the difference between someone who is desperate versus someone who is certain. Desperation pushes things away. It creates tension, struggle, and frustration. But certainty is magnetic. When you trust that what you desire is already on its way, you stop needing to control how it happens. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop wasting energy on fear and doubt. Instead, you move with confidence. And because of that, opportunities naturally flow to you. This is why surrender is such a powerful force. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of resistance. It means trusting that the seeds you have planted will grow even if you can't see them yet. It means understanding that just because you don't have all the answers right now doesn't mean the answers aren't coming. It means knowing that your job is not to force results, but to align yourself with the energy of someone who already has them. Most people sabotage themselves because they let their need for immediate results create doubt. They do the work, but when they don't see progress fast enough, they assume it's not working. They start questioning, second guessing, and shifting their energy from belief to fear. And the moment they do that, they slow down their own success. They pull themselves out of alignment with their vision and reinforce the very struggle they are trying to escape. But when you stop resisting, when you stop doubting, when you start trusting, something incredible happens. Life begins to unfold effortlessly. Instead of chasing, you start receiving. Instead of forcing, you start allowing the right people, the right opportunities, the right ideas. All of it starts flowing into your reality, not because you are lucky, but because you finally stopped blocking it with your own doubt. This is the ultimate secret. You are not separate from your dream. You are your dream. It is already a part of you. And the only thing standing between you and its manifestation is your own willingness to fully trust in it. When you stop needing proof, when you stop questioning whether it's possible, when you stop trying to force the process and instead align yourself with certainty, that's when everything shifts. Your dream is already on its way. The only question is, will you allow it in? Will you trust the timing? Will you believe in it so deeply that nothing, not circumstances, not delays, not temporary obstacles, can shake your certainty? Because the moment you do, the moment you fully embody the reality of your success before it even arrives, that's when you unlock the life you were always meant to live.